Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is Chris with Flores Media. Today I got a very interesting one. I got the Sony ZV-1, awesome camera. And I've got this guy. It's a surprise. So let's talk about some stuff, some camera stuff, budget camera stuff, all right? So the ZV-1 came out this year, came out in June. You best believe as soon as it was announced, I ordered it, I bought it. I was one of the first ones to get it. I was super excited with it. At the time I was using the X-T30 and yeah. But anyways, I got this camera. I was super stoked. I did not miss the X-T30. I was happy to have this camera because A, filmed in 4K, had an audio input, 3.5 millimeter audio input, not 2.5, like who uses that? But anyways, and it had unlimited record time versus the 10-minute record time that I was trying to get around with the X-T30. So when I got this camera, I was stoked. Yes, the sensors were different sizes, but I was just getting into, you know, like legit videography, all right? I was used to filming on my phone using Filmic Pro, which I got really good results with as well, but this was gonna be my first like official YouTube camera, right? So when I got the ZV-1, I was really stoked, I was really excited, and I didn't mind paying the $800 or the $750 that I paid for it when I first got it, right? But moving along some time, I realized that kind of filming yourself, if all I'm gonna do is vlogging, it's awesome to just have one good camera, one decent camera. But if you wanna film like yourself and you wanna have a different angle, you're gonna need two cameras because moving a tripod around or a monopod or whatever you have, it's gonna get a little hard. And I didn't want to spend another $800 on my second camera. So I started looking and I considered anything and everybody. I considered old used Fujis, I considered old anybody, Panasonics, Canons. And when I finally decided that I wanted to stick with the Sony ecosystem just because that's what I was liking with the ZV-1, I ran across this guy. Can you guess what it is? Do you know what it is? I'll tell you. Dun dun dun. It's the Sony RX100 Mark V. Why did I get this? It's almost a ZV-1, but it's just a couple years older, right? So this guy came out this year in 2020, June of 2020, I think. And the RX100 Mark V came out, I think, in like 2016. And it's funny because they got the exact same lens. They actually look really similar too. They got the same lens. They both got ND filters, which as far as I know, on the Mark 6 and 7, they got rid of the ND filter. And this one goes on the aperture 1.8 to 2.8, just like the ZV-1. So it's got this same lens, same focal range, 24 to 70, which a lot of people are complaining that's just way too narrow. So get you one of these. You're gonna love it. Get you one of these, all right? And it works on the ZV-1 or the RX100 Mark V, right? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I just did a review on this lens, so it's gonna be up here somewhere. Somewhere, it's gonna be there, all right? Click on it, cue it up, click on it, watch it, all right? Some of the similarities that I'm finding with the RX100 and the Sony are, let's change the angle so you can see what I'm talking about. So right here, ZV-1, RX100 Mark V, right? So what do we get with the ZV-1? With the ZV-1, get a cold shoe, or a hot shoe actually, which is really cool. If you're into that, we got a hot shoe. I don't really use it as a hot shoe, but it's neither here or there. We get updated mic. It's supposed to be one of the best mics. And yeah, it sounds okay. It sounds pretty good. I would definitely say it sounds better than the RX100, but if you're gonna use external audio, that doesn't really matter. We don't get a mode button, but we do get a mode we don't get a mode dial like most cameras, but we get a mode button where it works just fine. We get a humongous record button. I love it, it's awesome. You got your zoom in and out right here. You got your defocus button, but you could customize it to absolutely whatever you want. You get this cool grip right here, which comes in really handy because the RX doesn't come with a grip. Not as nice as right here. And then on the front, which I got it covered up with the cage, but there's a grip right here on the front. The RX definitely doesn't come with that. And you get all these buttons right here on the back. And of course, you get the flip out screen that absolutely everybody and their grandma loves. I love this flip out screen. You could do so many things with this. You could vlog, up and down. You could do so many things with it. The one thing that I do notice is that when I'm filming, myself especially, I'm looking off to the side trying to look at the screen, but that just comes with practice, right? So this is the ZV-1. Now let's look at the RX100. So right here with the RX100 Mark V, like I said earlier, the exact same lens. Right here, we get a viewfinder, which is pretty cool because we do not get that on the ZV-1. We get a viewfinder, so for you photographers, or if you want to try to film using this thing, you get one. Really cool. And we get a little flash. Whoa, little flash. It's nothing special, but still, it's a little flash. Right here in the front, it's definitely made out of a better material than the ZV-1. The ZV-1 compared to this feels more like plastic. This is like metal, it's pretty legit, and it better be, because when this was brand new, it was $1,000. The ZV-1 brand new was $750, so it better feel better. Even the buttons on the back right here, they definitely feel a lot better. These buttons right here, they feel, or I'm talking primarily about the wheel, feels better than the ZV-1, and in fact, I'm gonna say it, it actually feels better than the 6400 I'm using right now to film this. So good job RX100 for being really cool. What else do we get? We get the same functionality, the same buttons off to the side right here, and we get a screen that doesn't flip out, but it does tilt. So we get that kind of tilting action, and it tilts up all the way so that you can use it to vlog. The only thing I gotta say is that when you're vlogging, you gotta tilt it up. It crops. Well, it doesn't crop, but like your settings kind of disappear. So it's a little annoying, but it works. If you need a vlog, it works, all right? Here on this camera, you don't get a audio input, which kind of sucks, but the RX100 Mark VII does. So if you want to spend $1,200, go right ahead. But at that point, I'd say, hey, don't get the ZV-1 for sure, or get an APS-C camera, but that's all up to you. Right here, also on the lens, we get a focus ring, which right here I got it mapped to do my zoom in, zoom out, and you get a zoom right here, just like the ZV-1. You get a mode dial, which actually I think I do prefer. I'm gonna say it. I do prefer the mode dial over the mode button, just because I feel like it's so much faster to see what I'm doing versus pressing the mode button and then having to go up and down on the screen to figure out where you want to go. So I do prefer the mode dial. The only thing that does kind of a little suck right here in the back, that's the record button. Like, what is that? Yeah, my thumb, it does struggle sometimes to press it, but it works. You get the same menu function key, you get the same customizations, trash can, play button. Get you a cage like this one, or a little L bracket like the one I have right now, so that you get a grip on the front. This one's by Urig or Ulanzi, same guys, and it gives you the access to the battery at the bottom. You get your tripod screw right here, and they even got a little speaker hole right there so you don't block your speaker. Once you get this, the camera does feel a lot heftier, feels better to hold. And with either one of these cameras, people are gonna complain that the lens is too small, it's too narrow, it's not wide enough. So just get you this, all right? This will work on the ZV-1 or on the RX100. So just get you this, it'll save you some time. Differences, unlimited 4K. I'll tell you that, unlimited 4K, as long as you have battery and as long as you have memory, unlimited 4K. 5-minute 4K. Sucks. Yeah, 5-minute 4K, unlimited 4K. If you're gonna be filming in HD, this does unlimited. I don't think it has a tap out. It's never stopped recording on me. This one doesn't either. This one has an input jack. This one doesn't. This one has a little bit more stabilization modes. It has the same standard, the active, and in HD, it has the intelligent stabilization, which crops in even more than active. So if you were complaining about active crop on this one crops even more, but that's why this thing comes in handy, all right? Other key differences, they both have the ND filter, which is really cool. It's the same 3-stop ND filter, in a pinch, it'll save you. The build quality, RX, for sure. It goes to the RX. The flexibility, just because it has the viewfinder and the flash, RX. The more compact, I mean, if the ZV-1 is still too big for you, RX. I mean, I've got so many positive things to say about the RX100, especially now that since this one's a couple of years older, it's gonna be cheaper. This one I bought used from B&H just a couple months ago actually for about $450. This guy is still almost $800. So yeah, if you want a nice compact point and shoot, they got the exact same sensor, the same 1-inch sensor. So it's really awesome. This one's half the price, so it'll get you going. I like this cage because it lets you add a mic right here, so it just makes it that much easier to get external audio. So you're planning on recording maybe to a Zoom H1 or straight to your iPhone, which if you want to know how to record straight to your iPhone, please leave it in the comment section so that I can show you guys how to do it. I'm pretty stoked about that setup. This one just lets you record. It's more all-in-one. You get a cool, if you get yourself a cool cage like the one I got here from Small Rig, it's a beast. I mean, it's definitely a beast, and it's an all-in-one setup, all right? The only thing that maybe some people might care about, other people may not. If you're huge into picture profiles, this one has them all. This one has the exact same profiles that that my A6400 has. So pretty legit. It has HLG. I mean, that's pretty much what's missing from this guy. This guy does not have HLG. I shoot everything in Cine 2, so I don't really care. If I want to use S-Log, I've gotten really good results using both S-Log on both cameras. Even though they're 1-inch sensors, if you know how to expose it, you're gonna get really good results. And Cine 2 on this camera looks just as good as this one. This one has the older color science than this one, but I mean, that's neither here or there. I mean, if you know how to expose S-Log, you're gonna get good results. The only thing I might recommend on the color phase, maybe leave this one at 0, push this one to maybe 1 or +2, and that should shift it more into the red if that's what you're going for, right? But other than that, I would leave it alone and just fix it in post, right? As long as you get good white balance, you're gonna get good results with either one of these cameras. And this one, the Sony RX100 Mark V, is half the price of the ZV-1. If I had to recommend one, if you got the budget, ZV-1 all day long, because it's future-proof, has the input, unlimited 4K, and it's just, you get really good results. Even though it's a 1-inch sensor, you get really, really good results. If you're trying to save some money, do not be ashamed and get this one. I don't recommend getting the RX100 Mark VI or the 7 because they have a different lens. That lens goes from, I think it goes from 24 to 200, which is really cool because you get a heck of a lot more range than this camera, but it has no ND filter and the aperture doesn't go to 1.8. It only stays at 2.8. So this one goes just like the ZV-1, 1.8 to 2.8, just like the ZV-1. So you're gonna get that nice bokeh or bokeh that you would out of the ZV-1. For the budget winner, this guy, all day long. And it has the same snappy autofocus. You don't get eye autofocus in video, but it does work in photo, but the face detection is the exact same face detection that is on this guy. So you don't have to worry about autofocus. So for budget, this guy all day long, Sony RX100 Mark V. But if you do got the money, then this one's gonna be future-proof. You're gonna be able to use it for a long, long time. You're gonna be happy with it, plus unlimited 4K. So to close up on this video, I love this thing. Sony RX100 Mark V, awesome little camera, uses the exact same battery, so get you, with either one of these, get you a ton of batteries. But it gives you the same quality as the ZV-1, it's just half the price. And if you're not into HLG, if you don't even know what that is, just get this thing, save you some money. You're gonna get really good results. You're gonna be happy walking around vlogging with your used to be $1,000 camera, right? But if you got the money, if you're not worried about the money, and if you wanna kind of future-proof yourself, definitely get this guy. I cannot recommend this enough. I've been really happy with the results. I've shot some professional work, paid work with this camera. Yeah, so I highly recommend this camera. Either one, you're gonna be really happy with. You're gonna get great results. I love Sony. I guess you could call me now a Sony fanboy, but get you a camera. Either one of these are gonna be a good choice, all right? So, hope you found this video useful. Even in 2020, this camera is still awesome. So hope you found that useful. Again, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up so I know what kind of content interests you so I could keep making more. If you're into budget videography, budget photography, budget gear, please subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell anybody, tell your neighbor so that they can subscribe to the channel and that we can all grow together, all right? Let's grow all together, all right? God bless you guys. See you in the next one.